In this lesson, you will learn key features that the best stream packages have in common. You will also be introduced to basic notions of design and case studies of successful projects. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you some examples of what makes a good stream package. Here I have separated previous works that I've done, so I have a couple of packages that I did earlier, and I'm going to be opening them in Photoshop and breaking down the elements that compose them and showing why they're good stream packages. So here in Photoshop, I have some groups here that I want to break down and show the elements that are inside and explain a little bit of what they are. Also, I want you to notice first here when I open this package, this is the screen of the package, is one of the main screens that we have, the starting screen. I want you to notice first how the colors are working together and how the text is working with the background. So here in design in general, when we talk about design, I want you to understand that contrast is a very important element. So I want to emphasize here the importance of the contrast that the colors have with each other and also that the text has with the background. So when talking about contrast in design in general, it is a very important element because it is what's going to make your package stand out and bring the attention of your viewer to your package. So it is a very important element here. I have decided to go with darker colors for this package. So we have here black, shades of black, such as this dark gray here, and also purple, which I decided to use as my main color here. It is a vibrant color. It is a color that I knew it was going to give me a very strong visual contrast. So I want you to keep in mind this when choosing the colors for your own stream package. Make sure you have this strong color contrast here. And also when talking about the text, since I used this darker background, I wanted to make sure my text was visible. It had a good size, a good alignment. So here I decided to go with this white color, kind of metallic color, gives this metallic feel to make sure the text was really visible when comparing it to the background. So we have here a very cool contrast. Also talking about the typographic hierarchy here. This, I have it broken down into my secondary text here on top and my main text here on the bottom. I want you to make sure that your main text is really legible, is really visible, so your viewer can see the message that you're trying to convey. My main text is bigger compared to this top one, and the colors that I decided to use, it all gives more visibility to it. So keep this in mind also when creating your text. Don't worry about the technical aspects of this design right now. I just want you to focus on the concept, on the colors that I'm using, and having this kind of clear direction in your mind of the concept that you want to use for some of our next classes. When choosing the colors that you want to go for your own stream package, I want to show an example here, which I use different shapes and colors. So for this one, I decided to go with this red color, which is a powerful color, intense color. So look at your content and try to choose the color that best fits your content. So if you think purple, which is more of an elegant color, mysterious color, so make sure you know how people perceive each color and that you're choosing a color that fits your brand, your content. Also here, I want you to notice the choice of shapes that I have here. So for this stream package in particular, I decided to use this triangular shape, kind of an arrow shape, which gives me this sensation of movement. I also decided to go with this italic text to also give me this sensation of movement. I think it goes really well with the background, the whole composition as well. So when thinking about the shapes that you're going to use, try and think of what they mean to you and how you perceive them, as well as the colors. So now here, breaking down some of these groups, I have some groups here. We have our social media group. For this one, you don't need to worry a lot right now. This is only to showcase your username, your social media platforms, so you don't need to worry about this here. We have our final effects group. This is mainly composed of lights, particles, and color correction. So I'm going to turn it off and on here just so you see the difference that it makes. So you also don't need to worry about this right now. This is actually one of the last steps that we're going to be developing when we're creating our screen. So you don't need to focus on this right now. And two of our most important elements here, which are our text and our background. So for this, I just want you to really focus on the shapes that you want to use, the colors that you want to use. All of these elements, they need to have contrast. They need to create this visual contrast. So keep this in mind when choosing for your background and text, as well as colors, shapes. If you want to use images, I wanted to use this carbon fiber texture. So images and textures as well. Try and think of a concept now in your mind, what you want to do, so you can have a clear direction before we move on. So now that we know a little bit more about our background, about the color contrast, what colors you should use, the elements you should use, what composes a great stream package, also talk a little bit about text hierarchy, legibility, alignment. Here you can see my text. I decided to align it to the center of my composition. I think it works really well this way. But you could also align this to the left of your composition or to the right. You just have to be aware that you would need to adapt your design in case you choose a different alignment. Next lesson, we're going to be seeing a little bit more about tools, Photoshop, Illustrator, and emphasize how important it is to have this strong visual contrast in your package, in your project, because it is going to make your package stand out. It will be a very good stream package that's going to attract your viewers' attention. So just keep this in mind before moving on. Try to search for colors that you want to use and text and maybe textures, but we'll see a little bit more of everything in a different lesson. Next lesson, you'll get familiarized with the software and begin learning basic tools.